Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here, continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know what we're doing on the jam session. We cook up every single game, every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, we are red hot right now, man. We're hitting at a 55% clip for the season in the NBA, man, over at Pick Dawgz Premium. We've been red hot the last month, the last week, the last 24 hours, man, and we're just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. Yesterday, we smacked our NBA Player of the Day plus money. We got in early. We had the Mavs at plus 150, man. Yes, I took my favorite team. I had some great information that my guy Luka Doncic would play. I thought he was going to play ABC game, you know, Sunday at home at the crib. Nuggets coming to town. Yeah. Smack that shot out Kyrie Irving. Left hand hook shot, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. Just love my Dallas Mavericks, man. Shout out to them, man. We are now 72-44 and 4 last 120 on that NBA Player of the Day, man. We went 6 for 7 on the jam session yesterday. 6 for 7. Man, we have been red hot, man, and we're just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward, man. Look, the jam session this week, I'm gonna call a spade with y'all guys. It's not my main focus. Of course, I'm still here cooking up every single game, every single day. The timing may be a little later though. This is a really busy week for me, man, with March Madness going on. NBA still here. I will be traveling this week. I'll be in Vegas Wednesday through Sunday for March Madness. Look, if there was ever a week where I think you should hop on with me long term, it's this one, fellas. My main goal and my main focus is going to be to have a life-changing week for not only myself, but for my clients, the ones that are long term. I'm just being 1,000 with you boys, so you don't have any, you know what I mean? I'm still going to show up and cook this up every single day. And the goal is to do what we've been doing. Stay red hot. You feel me? We're not switching it up. We're still using the same systems we've been using. And we're trying to continue to kick the crap out of the books, man. So there was a week you're going to hop on something long term. It needs to be or should be this one. Or you should think about joining my All Access Club. We're running a special for the remainder of the season there. Hey, those boys in the All Access Club, they're up tremendously, fellas. Like up 6 figures. It's amazing, fam. It's amazing. But we're locked in. We're locked in. I don't talk to you guys enough about this. I'm just trying to help you guys make money is all I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to help you do it the way that I do it. I know I talk about all these games right here, and I know this isn't for all of you. But if there was a week where I think you should hop on long term, I believe it's this one now. Hey, I got all that out the way. It's a money-making Monday. It's the start of a new week, start of a life-changing week, I believe. We've been red hot, man. Let's keep the momentum rolling forward. We got 8 games to cook up. So without further ado, man, let's do exactly that. First game up, we got the Cleveland Cavs out on the road facing the Indiana Pacers. Pacers, 6.5 or 7 point home favorites, depending on your book. Look, Cleveland's really banged up right now. I don't want anything to do with them. Indiana, these boys are starting to be the team that we thought they were earlier in the season, Yes, I know they had the bad loss the other night, but that was on a back end of a back-to-back. They haven't played well in back end of back-to-backs all year. So after that, they came out, kicked the crap out of Brooklyn. And in all honesty, at home at the crib today, I think they run and gun Cleveland right out of the gym. It's Indiana or pass for me here in this basketball game. Cleveland on the road is something we usually do not like to bet anyway. I like the Pacers here. I like the Halliburtons. I think offensively they're going to be just too much for the banged-up Cleveland Cavs. I'll lay the points with Indiana here in this one. Next game up, we got the Miami Heat out on the road facing the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers are favored in this game by 2.5. Jimmy is still listed as questionable. He did not play yesterday. Miami is on the back end of a back-to-back. Did not cover yesterday. Did win over the Detroit Pistons. Hey, we don't lay sizable numbers with Miami. We know they go through the motions in the regular season. Shout out to Pistons, man. I thought the Pistons was going to get them out right there for a second. this is what I will say. The books seem to really like Philly. They came out and opened them as a favorite. We know Philly hasn't been amazing without Embiid. Um, in all honesty, it's a stay away game for me. I see why taking Miami here seems appetizing. I really, really do. When I bet Miami, it's usually on the road, but I don't like this game. I just don't. If I were to bet it, if I were to forced to pick, I pick every game every day. I would take Philadelphia. This game kind of gives me the feeling somebody knows something. Um, if Jimmy were in, the line, of course, would probably be Miami minus 2.5, 3, in my opinion. Still questionable though. I think that's why the line is where it's at. If Jimmy doesn't play, then the line is probably I would probably have the line as a pick 'em. Is basically all I'm saying. Um, don't like that game though because I don't really trust Philly. Miami, I don't like to bet often. When I do, it's kind of in this spot, but without Jimmy, I don't really want to touch it. So that's my analysis on this one. Not forcing plays we don't love. This one's not making the premium card or anything like that, but a small lean towards the Philadelphia 76ers at home at the crib. Next game up. Hey, we got them covering Pistons, man. Them boys just a covering machine recently. The last couple months, they're out on the road facing the Boston Celtics. Celtics are laying 16s and a half. So I'm even seeing starting to pop up. Just like I said yesterday, I'm not fading Boston unless I have a clear and concise reason to do so. Does this look appetizing wanting to take the Pistons, who have been a cover machine, plus 16 and a half? Yes, it does. But in that same breath, is fading Boston something we really want to be doing? No, not really. In the grand scheme of things, when you look at it from, just afar, this is my number one team in my power rankings versus probably 26. And the Pistons, let me see. Washington 30, Portland 29, Charlotte 28, Memphis 27, and then probably Detroit 26. So yeah, 26 versus my first. 16 and a half is a lot of lumber to lay. I'm not really enthused with laying that with Boston on the back end of back to back. With a little travel, they were in DC though, so not really nothing crazy. Pistons are on the back end of a back to back with travel as well. It's Celtics or pass. It's Celtics or pass. It's a huge number to lay. I know the Pistons have been a really good cover team. I know some of you are out there thinking about taking the Pistons here. And all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if they cover. But in that same breath, would you be surprised if Boston came out and went on a 15-0 run in the third quarter and they end up winning the game by 35? No, you wouldn't be surprised at all. That's how good the Celtics are. And fading them at home is just something I'm not really interested in doing. So Celtics are pass for me here. We'll be able to make money on the Pistons a lot. We pick our spots betting the Pistons like yesterday. Thought it was a really good spot for them. Today, on the back end of a back-to-back with travel, going to play the best team in the league is not a great spot for the Pistons, in my opinion. Give me the Celtics in this one. Next game up, we got the Portland Trail Blazers out on the road facing the Chicago Bulls. Your Chicago Bulls. I almost forgot, man. It's Chicago or nothing for me here. Chicago, when they play bad teams, usually kicks the crap out of bad teams. Portland, they're all right against the spread. You know what I mean? I kind of be blindly fading Portland because I think they're a bad team. I really do. Y'all just heard me name my pound rankings a second ago and saw where they were. But because they're so bad, sometimes they're undervalued. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to fade Portland. So sometimes they're getting such inflated numbers that they sneak through the back door. Kind of wouldn't be surprised if that happened here against Chicago. Chicago's not a team I rush to the window to lay a number like this with, in all honesty, but I do think Chicago should kick the crap out of Portland. I think they should kick the crap out of them. So I'm going to lean towards Chicago, Chi-Town, your Chicago Bulls here in this one against the Portland Trail Blazers. Not one of my favorite games tonight, man, but Chicago should get this one done. They did win the lone meeting between these two teams this season by 8. Lines, that game was in Portland. Lines, right where it should be. Injury concerning is Caruso and Kobe White here. Lean Chicago, not overly enthused with it. Let's keep it rolling. Next game up, we got the Utah Jazz out on the road facing the no, I'm sorry. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves out on the road facing the Utah Jazz. Jazz, 6.5 point home dogs. This game was the game that ended our streak the other day. We were on a streak on our NBA Play of the Day. We were looking for like our 10th straight or 11th straight, something like that. I kind of forgot off the top of my head. We were red hot. We're still red hot on the NBA Play of the Day. We took the Jazz at home at the crib in that one. Thought it was a really good spot for them boys. They just didn't get it done. Minnesota came in there and kind of busted them up. It was a tight, contested game through 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, the Jazz kind of just died. Here's the thing. I'm getting right back on the horse and I'm taking the Utah Jazz. I am. I like this game and this spot even more so than I liked it the other day, in all honesty. Triple revenge spot at home at the crib for the Utah Jazz. What is this? The 6th or 7th straight road game for Minnesota? Don't love that. What is this? The 5th home game in the last 6 games for Utah. I love that. Comfortable at home at the crib. Need a bounce back game at home at the crib. One of my favorite spots in the NBA is the bounce back game at home at the crib. That also happens to be a revenge spot. Quick revenge spot as well. We know about them spots, man. I wouldn't be surprised if the Utah Jazz beat them boys outright tonight. Now, Clarkson is out for Utah, and Larry Markkinen is game time decision. I'm praying Larry come back tonight. I think he will, though. I really do. I think Larry's back tonight. Rudy Gobert, game time decision. Kyle Anderson, game time decision. Monte Morris, game time decision for Minnesota. This is the style game Minnesota loses outright. This is the style game that makes them the house of disappointment. We've been on Utah a ton at home at the crib this season, man. They've been one of the best home ATS teams all season. I know they let us down the other night, but I'm getting right back on the horse and taking them here again today. Give me Utah at home at the crib plus the points, and we're also going to sprinkle on the money line. Next game up, we got the Golden State Warriors at home at the crib, laying 5.5 on the New York Knicks. Hey, it's an interesting one, man. This is a game I think all the Knicks fans are really dialed in for, man. Knicks fans been bumping their gums, doing a lot of yapping, talking about how good they are. The Knicks have beat up on a lot of bad teams this season, but when they seem to play the good teams, where you at? That's been my mantra all season. Where you at, Knicks, when you play good teams? And for that reason and that reason alone is why I'm on Golden State and why I believe Golden State is this sizable of a favorite. Golden State, in my opinion, is the better team. I know the record wouldn't suggest that, but the Knicks have beat up on a lot of bad teams. I know the Knicks record looks good, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm on the Warriors here, man. The Warriors look good in that last game against the Lake Show. At home, at the crib, I think they flipped the switch, have the magnets activated, and I think the Warriors come out and ball tonight. And OG Anunoby is game time decision. I think he probably plays ESPN game on a Monday. Marquee game, though. I just can't expect the Knicks to go into Chase Center and pull off anything. I don't. They haven't shown me that for most of the season. What I've seen from the Knicks when they play bad teams, take them. They're going to beat up on them. When they play good teams, for the most part, they come up small, and I think they come up small here. I think the line is this big of a gap for a reason with Golden State, even though they are 5 games record-wise below the Knicks. I'm taking Golden State. I'm laying the points with them at home, at the crib. Next game up, we got the Memphis Grizzlies at home, at the crib. No, I'm sorry, on the road, facing the Sacramento Kings. Kings and laying 9.5. I'm seeing some 10s, 10.5s pop up. What do we say about the Kings all the time? It's really not that complicated. It's not that complicated. It's not. When you see the Kings as a dog, take them. They ball as a dog. They've been as a money dog the last 2 seasons. Kings as an underdog, they got that chip on their shoulder, and they have a legitimate shot every time they're underdog to win the game outright. When they're a favorite, usually a sizable home favorite, run the other way. They might lose the game outright. Now, I don't think they're going to lose outright to the Grizzlies tonight, but I still don't feel comfortable at all in any capacity laying damn near double digits with Sacramento. I just can't do that. So won't do that. Small lean on the Grizzlies in this spot. We know what's up with Sacramento, man. They just don't ball as sizable favorites. They kind of go through the motions in those spots. I think the Grizzlies have a legitimate chance to maybe even win it outright. They do have a chance to win it outright. But I want to bet that they do it, probably not. But points in your pocket in that game with Memphis, I believe, is the right place to be. Last and final game of the night, we got the Atlanta Hawks out on the road facing off with the Lake Show Lakers. Lakers laying like 8.5 in this one. Hawks are on the back end of a back-to-back, no travel. They beat the hell out of the Clippers yesterday, bro. Y'all gonna start to listen to me about the Clippers. Y'all gonna learn about the Clippers where I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Y'all think sometimes I just be yapping. Y'all think sometimes I just be talking. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, them boys is overrated. Them boys is overrated, and fading them is usually a great place to be. Shout out the Hawks, man. Aired them out yesterday. Now the Hawks on the back end of a back-to-back, though. We know the Hawks are still the worst ATS team in basketball. Taking them on the back end of a back-to-back is something I really don't want to do. Can I see them still trying hard here against the Los Angeles Lake Show Lakers? Yes, I can. But can I also see the Lakers playing a competitive game and then pulling off late in the fourth quarter, winning the game by like 12? I can see that as well. I'm on the Lakers here. The Hawks are a fade more often than not. Still the worst ATS team in basketball. I don't bet the Lakers as sizable home favorites often. We know the Lakers are also one of the most overvalued teams in sports, but they are head and shoulders the better basketball team, I believe, in this one, and I think they win the game comfortably. Bad spot for the Hawks on the back end of a back-to-back. I'm on the Los Angeles Lake Show Lakers here in our last and final game of the night, man. That's all I got for you boys and girls, fellas. Hopefully we continue to stay red hot, man, because that's exactly what we've been for the season, really, for the month, for the week, for the last 24 hours. Just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. Hop on something long-term. Hop on my NBA play of the day. Join me for a week at Pickdawgz Premium. Join me for a month at Pickdawgz Premium, or join the All Access Club. We're running a special today in the All Access Club. And if you join the All Access for the remainder of the season, we're going to give you a really player price, man. And the guys that have been in the All Access Club are well up over $100,000 for the season, really approaching 200, depending on, when you join for the season, Brand. So it's been a tremendous year in the NBA, just trying to keep it rolling. I really do appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls. When you text the All Access Club, you're texting my guy Costi. The number is 775-636-7674. You got to have a pretty big bankroll to join the All Access Club because we're betting big nightly. But betting big nightly, the way we've been running, translates into tremendous and big returns. You know what I mean? So we're just trying to make sure that you can afford to bet big. And when you can, you'll see, man, the profits are tremendous the way we've been running, man. So text my guy Costi, figure out a time to talk, and figure out if the package is for you, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. Hey, it's going to be a crazy week, fellas. It's a crazy week. I'm still showing up. I'm still right here cooking it up. But the graphics may not be the same for the week, man. And timing may be a little off. But I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here. And we're going to continue to cook it up, continue to kick the crap out of the books, continue to try to smash it per usual. I really do appreciate all y'all, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. I'm out of here. Peace.